All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Real Talk video. And may the Most High bless you. I pray everybody's still having a wonderful and blessed day. My title now says, "What did the fallen angels teach mankind?" What did they really teach? And I know a lot of people, won't agree with this video, and that's fine. This video is not for a lot of people, especially unbelievers. It's to the ones that really study and can really see what the Bible has really been showing us. A lot of people say the Bible is fake. It's just a bunch of made up stories. And, it's each to their own what you believe. I'm not here to try to convince people into believing that's not going to try to believe in the first place. So I don't spend time on people that's unbelievers because their mind is already made up. The Bible already told us how Satan has blinded the minds of the unbelievers. And a lot of people are sitting up wasting time on folk who ain't gonna never change their mind, and all they try to do is to get you to change your mind into what they believe. So we got to be careful out here. But to the ones that have studied on the Watchers, we call them the fallen angels. Some of y'all are familiar with the books of Enoch. Some of y'all have read Genesis and compared them. Some people say don't look at the book of Enoch. Some say don't look at the Bible. It's always something about something being said. Don't look at this and don't look at that. But more and more every day, the Bible is showing us what time it is. Now, I did some older videos talking about technology. And this is really what I want to deal with in this video. And I'm going to try my best not to make this too long. But when you look at all the technology that's out now, a lot of people think that this technology is new. It may be looking new to you, but if you really understood what those Watchers was doing way back then, the power that they have, the knowledge that they have, they worldly wisdom that they had, because they wisdom don't, when you talk about the Most High's wisdom versus this worldly wisdom, you see a big difference. Because when you understand what the Most High has laid out, then you live your life according to the Most High, not to the way the world is living. That's why he said, be in the world, but not of this world. We got to go against this world. But with all this technology, I always tell people cartoons that came out a long time ago, like the Jetsons, or you see all these movies out now with all this high tech, these gadgets and things that's going on. Well, those fallen angels taught some things that a lot of people just wouldn't even, still would just say, nah, they didn't. How could they know that? Well, let me ask you this. Where do you think so many people learn how to do wicked? What they was teaching and how they was doing it. How did so many people learn how to become so wicked? Everything had to start from somewhere. See, it wasn't just those Watchers, the fallen angels. It was more than them just having sex with the daughters of men and mixing animals and humans and whatever you want to call it, messing up the DNA. It wasn't just that. It was way past that also. Because think about this, that they married these daughters of men. So these women that married these Watchers, these fallen angels, think about what they was learning. How to do wicked. Now, if Satan is known as the prince of the power of the earth, and you think about technology alone, why do you think so many people's minds is blinded off of technology right now? That's why they can't stop tweeting. They can't stop Facebooking. The communication forms that Satan move in, cell phones, movies, even books. He moves through that because that's what the most thing is happening now. Satellites, trying to get into your brain. What you looking at? It's easy to get you on what you looking at. Look at the video games now. Look at the cartoons now. That's why so many children's mind is being corrupt through communication, through the cell phones, through the video games. I mean, you name it. And you wonder why. Or you could try to really look at what John was really trying to explain in Revelation. Things that, we look at the English that we speak, but when you look at the Bible, especially Revelation dealing with past, present, and future, John was describing some things that, what is the name of that? So a lot of people say, well, John was talking about satellites. I've heard people say he was talking about satellites, he was talking about UFOs. When you break all of this down, all this is these fallen angels. A lot of people is talking about the UFOs and aliens. But it's just, all it is the fallen angels are here and they look just like us. But everybody is not human. If you've read the book of Enoch, especially part 2, you will see 1 and 2 or 3, you will see how Enoch goes into details about those watchers. He even named the names of the leaders and tell you what they done, what they taught, how they did it. But a lot of people say, well, you can't believe that book. But then a lot of people say you can't believe the Bible, you can't believe that book. My point is, look at right now and how people are really trying to explain what's going on. They trying to explain what's going on now, but don't even know what happened in the beginning. And if you didn't know what went on in the beginning, how you going to explain the ending or what's going on right now? Those fallen angels taught a lot of forbidden knowledge. One taught the signs of the earth. Why do you think so many people are off in the sun worship, moon worship? One taught men the resolving of enchantments. You can talk about witchcraft. I mean, you name it. We have always had free will. Our Father didn't create robots. They taught men how to make knives, swords, shields, how to go to war. Cosmetics, ornaments. They taught men astrology. That's why so many men right now, mankind, let me say, can't leave the stars alone. Can't stop talking about the planets. Different things on the universe. How this operate, how that operate. That's why a lot of people still worship creation, but they don't worship the Creator. Why do you think so many people love science more than the Most High? Well, JT, it ain't about the Most High. The scientists say this. The scientists is still getting the Bible in so many ways to try to prove something. Those fallen angels or the watchers, whichever you prefer to call, taught so many things that a lot of us won't even accept. They didn't teach that. Yeah, they did. One taught the signs of the clouds. That's why people once again will worship the S-U-N but won't worship the S-O-N. Once again, I'm going to say this again. If Satan is the prince of the power of the air, then we see how he moves through the technology, y'all. They was teaching their little secrets of wisdom. Now, they taught magic, charm, sorcery, drugs. Why do you think so many people know how to make drugs? Or still heavy off in the witchcraft? That ain't never left. Or how I'm going to teach you how to put a curse on somebody. This is what they taught. And they taught the women a whole lot. Some even taught how to write things with ink and paper. So when you add all this up, there has got to be some truth in what else did these fallen angels do besides sleep with these women, mess with the animals, mixing DNA. It had to be more things that they taught. Who else was back teaching then? Now, our Father did say what he created was good, but they corrupted. With their free will, they did what they want to do. They wanted to be gods. They revealed so many different secrets to their wives on how to do this, how to do that. They taught their women how to cast. They taught the wives how to cast spells. Where do you think divination really comes from? Divination is what? Is it anything good about divination? We did a video about that. And then look at the Jezebel spirit. It ain't never left. The Jezebel spirit it's a spirit, so it's often male and female. They was teaching how you can become a witch. This is what witches do. While the majority of Christians are putting their children off in the Halloween, celebrating the devil's high Sabbath, they don't really understand how wicked and demonic that is. So we can imagine what they taught their wives. And look at this, they had children. Giants. Nephilim, some may call them. So when you look at what you think is new now, it may be looking new to you, but these things have been out a long time. They taught the women how to make necklaces and bracelets out of gold. They was fascinated off of how beautiful the women looked. That's why the Bible say they looked and saw that the women were fair, but really they saw that these women was beautiful. See, let me tell you something as I try to wrap this video up. You ever really wonder why Paul said that the women should cover their head? So a lot of people don't think about this. Paul knew what was going on. Paul always rolled back and referred back to the old covenant, the old agreement, because this is why also those fallen angels was very attracted to women with long hair. Very attracted. Those are the ones they preyed on. So if they would cover up, then they would try to fool them. Let you know once again, the fallen angels are still here. People take that scripture, oh man, you cover your head. Oh, I get told, you got a cap on, JT. You know, you going against God with this, you going against God with that. I laugh at so many people that's not really catching what the Bible is saying. Do I know it all? No. And don't claim to know it all. But those watchers loved women. They was very attracted to those women with the long hair. So let's think about this again. With all the power that they had, imagine they could teach a woman something that a woman never seen before or never done before, because they wasn't all the way human. The women were those daughters of men, but once you mix a human being, female especially, with an angelic being, something got to come out wicked. That's why they had to come out with giants. Something was going to be wrong with the way them children was going to come out. These watchers that's not chained down are still here. Do you recognize them? Or not? Y'all, that's my time. Have a wonderful, blessed day.